Yo, how y'all doing? I want to thank y'all for getting a chance to come check out the Mike Best Show. This is our first episode. And on today's show, our first guest, I couldn't do none other than what's up, Hesus DaGod.
What's good with it, man?
Hesus DaGod right here.
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, man? How you doing?
I'm coolin', brother. I'm coolin', man.
Hey, I've been seeing you on the social media. I've been seeing everything going. It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
I'm coming.
It's getting there. Yeah. You know what? First off, let's do it like this. For people who don't know you, let's get a chance to tell us where you're from, where you originate from, and how you got to Tucson, man.
For sure. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, but I was in Ohio when somebody hit me up from social media. I never met this person in real life, but I knew who he was through a mutual friend. And he told me, come out to Arizona. He was saying that my music is good enough to make it in Arizona. And this is before I knew anything about Arizona, Tucson, Phoenix, and nothing. I just knew about the Phoenix Sun. So when he told me that, and I was going through some troubles where I was from, the decision was just, let me go. And there you go, I'm in Tucson.
So before you got to Arizona, you didn't even know nothing about Arizona.
I didn't know nothing.
What was your what were your thoughts on, what did you think Arizona was before you got here?
You know what, when I think about it, I didn't know what to think about Arizona. All I knew was about the basketball team and what people had told me. I guess they was like, that's the desert. You going out to the desert and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't know. I never lived in the desert. I lived in Fresno, California, but I don't know what it's like to live in the desert. And just hearing that was just like new beginnings. I like traveling. So
Okay.
like I never heard, like I'm talking about, I never heard nothing culturally about Arizona. I didn't hear like there's a bunch of none of that. I just go to Arizona. So it was super shocking when I got here, dog.
Specifically Tucson.
That's what I mean. I never even heard the name of a city. Like I'm like, Tucson, what is that?
Yeah.
You like, it's like an hour, 2 hours away from Phoenix, bro, but we gonna be like, let's go.
Well, there's different Tucson has different reputations around the country,
Right.
Especially in different areas of what people do for money.
Right.
So Tucson, obviously, we're 45 minutes from the border.
Yep.
You know, especially from the 90s to the 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't want to get really into it yet. This ain't that show yet,
Yeah.
but this is Tucson is Phoenix is a great city. But you gotta hit Tucson before you hit Phoenix.
It's the border,
if you're
baby.
coming from, yeah. So it's a border town. Tucson, we have a nickname called Stash City. So if that goes for what it was, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. So Tucson, and then I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Trader Joe's. If y'all don't know, go look up Hesus DaGod. Look up Trader Joe's. One of my favorite songs. And the first song that actually got me on Hesus DaGod was Pack's Gone.
Yeah.
Gotta get that pack gone. The rap, the cadences, the melody, dude, that's how I became a fan, you know? And one of the things is that when I get a chance to meet artists, especially from Tucson that I don't know, I really get a chance to meet them because I'm a fan first. I'm a fan of the music. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of the music. So any of the artists that are out there that I didn't grow up with you, you know, we're not bestest of friends or things like that. But for a lot of these artists, when I get a chance to meet them, it's because I'm a fan. You know,
Right,
I'm a fan of the music. So
that's big, and that's so outside of you because that's so rare that people say, I'm a fan of somebody that hasn't made it star quality. Everybody wanna get on a bandwagon after this person has got some kind of level of notoriety, but for you to be like, I just seen this dude on social media and I like him. Mm-hmm. That genuine, organic, but.
And we were talking about this earlier. Do you remember when I first met you?
Now, okay, it was at the airport. It had to be.
Yeah, I was working.
I thought it was before
I was
that,
working.
but nah, it was before.
And it was because when you were coming down the ramp, and I was, because I used to be a ramp agent, and I was, I saw you coming down the ramp, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I said, what's up? And you were probably a little standoffish, obviously, which, you know, there's no reason not to be.
What? Why would you know me?
You know, but yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
dude.
So the first time I met Jesus, I was a ramper, and he was walking down the ramp to his flight, and I just said, "What's up?" That's how it first started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it was. And then I ended up having a radio show. Shout out to Mookie, DJ Cozy Boy, which is one of my young homies. I've known him since he was young, and support throughout the whole city, man. It's a whole different ball game.
I already know.
Yeah,
I already seen, bro.
Yeah, so it comes out. It's just a whole different ball game. Now, if we so we got a chance to know where you're from, how you came out. What was it like growing up in New Orleans, G? I've never been there, but I want to go. That's probably one of my next biggest cities I want to go to.
See,
but New Orleans,
French Quarters and Bourbon Street ain't New Orleans. I mean, it's New Orleans. Yeah. But what I grew up in New Orleans was, I had to leave New Orleans to see big other races of kids. I grew up with I went to school with all black kids.
Okay.
Mainly, like here and there, you like little white boy here, little white girl there. But mainly, I went to school with all black kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the 90s New Orleans. So New Orleans in the 90s was just different. I don't know if y'all was listening, paying attention, but you had the Hot Boys, you had Soulja Slim, it was a big spotlight on my city in the mid 90s. And with that, all the kids that I went to school with, most of us wanted to grow up being rappers because we saw the Hot Boys, we saw Master P, and that was the only major successfully people that was in our face that we saw, other than our teachers and police and all this stuff in the neighborhood. But other than that,
dude, I grew up on No Limit.
Yeah,
I was around when Cash Money first came out, so I'm a Cash Money fan. Ooh. I'm a No Limit fan. Shout out to Big Ryan, my homie Big Ryan. He's from Tucson. He's actually BG's bodyguard. That's that's one of our big dogs out here.
Okay.
So shout out Big Ryan. What's up, dog?
That's what's up, bro.
But I remember No Limit when they used to bring out hella CDs, and they always had the colors. Every color CD, you go get it.
That's crazy. The reds, the blues. I remember that. Yeah. With the
of course, Ghetto D. That's the old school stuff.
That's what kicked it off.
Yeah. So,
but I keep it honest with you though. In New Orleans, in the city of New Orleans, bro. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like in my school, we didn't really like No Limit like that because Master P grew up in New Orleans, but when he got his success, he was in Richmond, California. So his sound was like a California sound, and we didn't, in New Orleans, we knew that locally we already had a sound, and that wasn't the sound.
Okay.
We had Big Boy Records and Cash Money Records was already out. We already had a bunch of bounce sound, you DJ Jubilees, and you got your Pimp Daddies, this is 1992. This is 1990.
Yeah, you're taking this way back before.
This is before P come 96. 95, 96.
Okay.
But he just came out of nowhere with all this money. He was like, damn, who the fuck is that? Like, we don't know what that, we fucking with it. All right, we like it because he got money from Calio Project.
Yeah.
But when the Hot Boys hit,
it was over. Yeah. And see, that's one thing what we have in common too. Maybe it's the Southern hospitality. My family's from Texas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I came to Tucson when I was about 5 years old. So I came to Tucson about 87, 88.
So you got a Texas base.
Yeah, 87, 88. But my whole family's from San Antonio. But I grew up here. So all the crimes, doing my time, learning everything I've learned from a youngster, the people I grew up with, I'm from Tucson.
Yes, sir.
There's not a lot of people that are from Tucson that may have been born here, but the ones that are born here, I mean, shout out to them.
Yeah.
But real talk, when it comes to me, yes, my family's based out of Texas, but homie, I was raised in Tucson. Mm-hmm. So it's like, dude, I'm from Arizona. I'm a Tucson baby. I'm straight Tucson. You ask me where I'm from the Tuck.
Well, I mean, I feel like people who say if you left somewhere at 5 years old and grew up somewhere else and say you from that other place, that don't make sense. That's not where you learn how to be a human. No. Your adult self.
Because you can ask, where's your family from?
Yeah.
My family from Texas. That's why sometimes you'll hear me say y'all.
Yeah.
Where y'all from? Where it is? Yeah. I grew up on Tejano music. I love Tejano music. Obviously, my mom still makes homemade tortillas. You know what I mean? So if you want some Texas food, my mom will go make it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that Texas stuff. So like that.
For sure.
Okay, so we got to New Orleans based from Tucson. Mm-hmm. Came to Tucson, right? We got Pax Gone. Make sure y'all go check out Pax Gone.
Yeah.
We got Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Let me ask you a personal question. And you don't gotta answer this or not, right? Yo, dude. And I'm not even gonna tell you where I used to see you blazing at, because you probably know. But it was up in the sky somewhere. And I used to see you smoking up in the skies and stuff. How the hell did you get a chance to be smoking in the skies, fool? You know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you off camera if that, but maybe we'll have to edit this out. But when you used to ride and you used to go in the skies and go to wherever you was going, and you would be in the bathrooms and stuff, and you would be showing your things and stuff, I'm like, how the hell did this
So in real life, you can travel with weed.
Can you?
You can travel with a small amount of weed. Like I done had TSA go through my package, and
well, that's good to know. You can educate us. Tell us what's up.
Yeah, I mean, it.
I didn't say it, homie. You brought it up. I was just trying to bring it up because I used to, you know.
I can't 100% say, but I know TSA was letting me through with that shit, so I don't know. But I stopped doing all that.
Hey, because you know what? Whenever I used to do my thing, we had to hide it. Like, it was before the shoes, you know what I'm saying? So you have to like package it up, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Make it tight. You put the zips real tight like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you put that thing right there, and because, you know, shout out to my cousin Andrew, man. I miss you, dog. Because you know how it was, dude. I moved to Texas. I moved to Texas my senior year in high school. And I would fly back every Friday, and every Friday I would fly back after school. I would fly back to Tucson, and then every Sunday I'd fly back to San Antonio. Straight up. So that was my routine for about a year and a half. And then that's how I got into my, that's how I got the opportunity to, I met DFL. Shout out to all my homies from DFL. So man, it was.
That's a click.
It was a trip. Yeah, Dog for Life, man. We're a clique from Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to all my homies from DFL and stuff, man.
You know they got the D4L down for like.
Yeah.
Atlanta, like.
Yeah. I've been to Atlanta. I actually did a song with Wacko one time, but it never came out. And guess who made the beat? Yup. Guess who made the beat? Zaytoven. Shout out to my homie Tomsky. They paid for it, and I never got the song.
What the fuck?
I don't know what happened, dude, but that's just one of the little stories you hear on here. I was hanging out with
That's a big story.
I was hanging out with some of the homies from Who's the Party Like a Rock Star. Them D-boys down there. I got a chance to see the Bowen Projects before they got. I got a chance to see the Bowen Projects before they got.
Bowen Home?
Yeah, Bowen Homes before they got torn down, things like that. But that's just, you know, it was dope, man. Getting a chance to hang out with Wacko. I got a chance to hang out with Wacko in the studio and Zaytoven.
Wacko from
you know what happened? Peep this, dude. I was a little up there. And I didn't even get the song done. They were gonna send it to me, and they never sent it to me. Yeah, so
that's why.
Yeah, it was what it was. All right, but let's get back to Jesus DaGod. All right. So one thing right now is that we were touching on, and me and you were talking about it earlier, was on people of my skin color, raza, Mexicans. You know what I mean? Even white boys using the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't use it.
Yeah.
So that is a big issue going on in the music industry right now. Is because why the hell do you feel as if it is appropriate to use that word? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why they feel like that, but I know when I went to that county jail, and when you go on the front holding tank and you see the CO, and the CO is a Mexican, and he look past you and look at the other Mexicans and be like, you Paisa, you Chicano, and then as you spend your time, you realize like these motherfuckers don't let their own kind say nigga. They're gonna give you a hot one. A hot one is when your own race of people is beat your ass for doing some disrespectful shit. It's almost like getting a DP in the game.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, with Arizona is conflicting because I live here, and I see my problem is the rappers saying it in their song. It's like this. It's like I guess I feel more like unless you grew up in a predominant black or half and half community, you saying that word don't even make sense because, like I said, you playing this gangster image, but in jail you gonna get a hot one. So you mean to tell me you free saying this N-word, but in jail your own people will beat your ass for saying it?
So I've been to prison and I've been to county jail.
Yeah.
And unless you're mixed race, where you're mixed black and mixed Mexican, then it's kind of a different subject, right? Because there's some homies here that are mixed, where they have a black father or they have a black mama or things like that. So they might get a pass or they gotta fight for that pass. But real talk is that in prison with Arizona politics, now I don't know how it is now, but when I was in trouble, Raza, essays here in Arizona, we don't say that. And even at my age, you know what I mean? At my age, I don't say it.
But you know that our age is up there.
But yeah, exactly. And you know what? I ain't even gonna front. When I grew up, most of my closest friends are black homies. A lot of my closest friends from DFL, you know, they're all my black homies. Yeah. So unless I was maybe in a tense conversation with my homies, and we let that word go, then that was different. Right. But that was because we were together. You know what I'm saying? And we're family. Exactly. So, but as me, myself, to say it, to talk as if it's a regular word out of my vocabulary, no, that's not me. And even some of my youngsters, some of my little young homies, when they say it, I try to let them know, like, dude, that word is not accepted around me, dog. Because to me, that word is still disrespectful. Yeah. It's disrespectful for us to say it when, and I don't even know how to really say it because obviously we're not black. Right. To say that word.
Well, I mean, when you hear somebody, when you ask them, say, bro, you're not black, why you say that word? Say, bro, I use it in a brotherly term. Okay, but if I'm not your fucking brother, why you saying it around me? So not make it make sense. Is this a brotherly term or you just trying to get attention right now? You want that,
now, no, does that word make you feel different because of where you're from?
It depends on the person. No, obviously, yes, because like I said, I didn't grow up around multiple races, and I know for sure when I was.
Because that word's derogatory, especially in the South, because we obviously know what the word was used for. From another race. Yes, we know what the word was used for.
Like I said, I was locked up with the Mexicans in New Orleans. When they came to New Orleans, they was not speaking English. They was washing drawers and socks. You never heard nigga out their mouth. So I can't tell people, say if a Mexican came in my hood and went to saying nigga, I'm know for a fact somebody gonna be like, boy, you ain't know what's wrong with you. Why you talking like this, son? They gonna check you. Out here, it's not like that because people grew up with the black homie that was like, well, since we grew up, you can say it. Then we look at, I'm coming from the South, like, who gave you the pass to give them a pass? How that makes sense?
And you know what's crazy? Growing up here in Tucson, when my homies talk, especially the black homies, they talk like essays. I don't know if you've experienced that yet, but some of the homies where I come from, they'll be like, damn.
It's called chokelos in LA. So if you ever heard of a dude named will.i.am, he grew up in...
I know who he is. San Fernando Valley.
That's where he grew up at?
Cause shout out to my homie Jekyll. My homie OG Jekyll, who was an original pop locker from California. He actually took me to, he's friends with the manager of the Black Eyed Peas. Yeah. And back in the day, he took me to their house, to that dude's house. I didn't get a chance to meet him. I partied with Fergie one time. Real shit. I partied with Fergie one time in Hollywood. But will.i.am grew up in a SA neighborhood.
You did, and they adopted him.
Who's the other homie that was with him? They'll do that break dances and stuff. I forgot what his name is, but shout out to Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
but straight up.
So when you grow up in them environments, it's like that. Like Arizona is predominantly Mexican. So what happens is that they adopt the culture through the music. They got the black homie. I think a lot of the times what happens is that the black homie don't want to lose their friendship. And the reason why I speak so deeply on it, because I got a black son that go to school with these kids, and I had to address some situations. You know what I'm saying? And my son, I'm looking at his text messages, they calling you monkey, but this your friend though. But they joking. But see what I'm saying? Like, and then when I post my videos online and this shit is in Arizona and Arizona is mainly paying attention, you look at the comments. oh, he chimping out. So when you get to doing that shit, you see what I'm saying? Now I can see vividly how you a lot not, certain ones feel certain specific ways. And you can see it depending on, say for example, if I say, hey bro, you can't say nigga. What you mean I can't say nigga? My homie, bro, when you feel like you could disrespect me? What the fuck that's coming from? You could be me more than me? Okay, so somebody got you, your OG or your big homies did not teach you the right way with this shit. Even if you throwing it out when we playing basketball. You mean to tell me you gonna record a song and then put it out, and then in the video it's 50 Mexicans and 3 black dudes?
And I already told you where the first time where I thought about it when I was originating from, especially in the Latino community, was in New York. Because New York was on that type of shit.
But so
how the hell did it get over here? And I was asking you, who was the first, who really decided to say, you know what, whether you're on this side of Texas or you're in Arizona, California, that it was okay for you to say that word in your music or even to have it in your vocabulary and make it acceptable?
Texas Mexicans. Because when they came out of New York, these is Puerto Ricans, they not Mexicans. Puerto Rico and Mexico don't even look at each other the same. You call a Mexican a Puerto Rican, what the fuck you mean?
But you got people from the Middle East saying that stuff up there. You got like French Montana, certain things. Unless they're integrated.
In New York.
You know what I mean? So New York in general, you gotta have a white boy saying it and it's okay with it.
Even in some places in Florida, and I blame the black people that live in these areas because they the ones they don't put no pressure on these people, so these people don't feel inferior. You got an Italian motherfucker saying nigga when your daddy grew up saying get your fucking nigga ass off my... If your grandparents was saying my days and calling us negative shit, when did you grow up? It's because a lot of them see their parents, through their parents, like, oh, you a racist piece of shit, but my black homie just gave me some money that you didn't give me, or they treated me better than you treated me, so they feel the connection. But they don't get the respect aspect of it. Like, it's a time and place, bro. If I fuck with you and you slipped it up and I didn't say nothing to you around me, don't think that gives you a pass that when we get around all the other homies you start to say. It depends on the black person. The black person that's letting you say it is what gives you your freedom to go around and say, well, my homie said it. Because if your homie don't check you around the other homies, then you be like, well, damn. Well, shit, I guess I can say it. Why? You feel me? Like, the friendship part is the black person got to have respect for his own culture first. If he don't, then it's like, all lives matter, bro. What the fuck? Who gave you how can you give a pass and you didn't get the pass? Even if you black. You got African motherfuckers saying, hey, you not, right? Your family came in on a great migration. Like, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, by me not being from here, what I'm learning is, what I do is, I try to teach, and if I see that you don't give a fuck, I stay away from you, because you mean disrespect. Really, you mean, I won't say this because I don't give a fuck who gonna check me or not because you feel a brother. You saying it because of, I'll say it because nobody gonna check me. Shut your bitch ass. Now we got a problem.
Yeah, well, I think we're both in agreement that some of y'all need to relax and figure out how the hell you're gonna use the N word or how the hell you're gonna go into that, right? So,
thanks.
Hey, but the next part that I want to get to real quick is obviously your music. Make sure y'all go hit up Hesus DaGod. Pack's gone. You guys get that Trader Joe's. Last thing but not least, I saw you got a love show coming on. What's up with that? Why you trying to fall in love again, dude? You don't like being single, or what's the problem?
It's like, no, I don't want to be single.
No? What's the issue right now in the dating world? What is the dating world right now as a single man dating now? What is it? Is it from women?
Ego is from social media. It's from both sides. I mean, it's really mainly the women. but it's both of us. It's women and men. It's ego, bro. It's because social media give you all these likes and all this.
What's a woman ask from you if you try to holler at her? What does she ask from you nowadays?
It depends. Some of them ask for dick, some ask for money, some ask for time. It depends on the woman. Some women just want to get out.
But you know what? If you go back to the East, you got to break bread for that. But out here in Arizona, is it like that?
Anytime you have to break bread, the girl don't like you. It's not about where the city you at, your color, nothing. She don't like you. Anytime the girl say break, she don't like you, and she done fucked so many people that her pussy is a product. I don't do nothing without money. You know how motherfucking cameraman, no offense, ain't gonna move without money involved. The hoe ain't gonna move without money involved. She's selling it. If you don't pick up on it, then what are you talking to her? She got the whole outfit on.
Hey, well, I'm not even gonna front, dog. Yo, we gotta do this again, straight up next time. But I seriously want to thank you because you've always been supportive since Lost Dog Radio.
Anytime
you know what I mean? Like I said, straight up. I want to give a shout out to Young Matt because we got the best. We got the best videographer on this side. I don't even know where it's at, but we got one of the best videographers in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, tell him what's up, straight up. But I want to tell him, yo, I want to give a shout out to Ray Ray's. Thank you, Ray Ray, Sweet Tea. Shout out to Rachel. I want to give a shout out to Runt off of the root beer. Make sure y'all come down to Brick Box Brewery, get yourself some root beer.
Hey, this shit fire.
Yes, you said.
I'm not about to
come down to Brick Box, get yourself some Ray Ray's.
You know, damn promotion is real.
Make sure y'all check into the Mike Best show. That's what it is. I got Hesus DaGod as my first guest. And don't forget, man, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? But straight up, that's what's up.
100.
Thank y'all again.